Just a friendly reminder, little PSA for all of those who spent a ton of money over at the Sephora sale. And no, this is not a sponsored post in any capacity. But I'm about to drop some major information on how instead of blowing all your money on the beauty industry, you could have made almost $100,000 on the beauty industry instead. Let me explain. Now, when I come onto social media and I see really trendy things happening, I immediately go, okay, how is the stock market going to react to this and how can you make money off of it, right? And so Sephora, get ready with me videos were massive, were popping in the earlier stages and still are on TikTok. And so it was like, how can you invest in that? How can you invest? And e.l.f. was one of the products and the stocks that came up onto the market fairly recently and absolutely blew up. Now here is just a chart of what the 5-year growth for e.l.f. stock looks like, right? It blew up. And if you had invested $1,000 5 years ago, just 5 years ago, you had invested $1,000 instead of spending $1,000 on the Sephora sale, which a lot of people tend to do. If you had just invested that money in a beauty stock like e.l.f., you would have made $20,000. Had you invested $5,000 only 5 years ago, that now would have been about $98,000. And like I said, this is not endorsed by e.l.f. whatsoever. I buy all e.l.f. products because I have a ton of e.l.f. stock and they make me a ton of money, but I am not endorsed by them in any capacity. And I think this just needs to be a friendly reminder and a friendly PSA that while all the other girlies are blowing their money on stuff, we can be making money and profiting off of that. Like imagine if you had $100,000 with a $5,000 investment over 5 years. That's insane. So keep an eye on the trends and see how you can invest and see smart moves you can make. That's my retail therapy. Instead of blowing all of my money on the products that everybody else is, I'm like, you know what? That could actually probably make me a lot of money. And guess what? It does. So let's turn our over consumerism into a money-making machine instead. Let's do this a little smarter. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments.